high school sports fans. Welcome to Waycross Community Media and tonight's action. This OHSAA Division 8, Region 8, Division 2 semifinal between the Winton Warriors and the Trotwood Madison Rams is brought to you by Waycross Media and all their hardworking personnel. Winton Woods and Trotwood Madison shapes up as an epic battle because last year Trotwood Madison gave the Warriors their toughest battle in these playoffs. The final score of that game was 28-7. With me tonight is my partner, Mitch Mays. Mitch, could you tell me what your thoughts are on tonight's game?
Well, thanks, Jake. I tell you what, I am extremely happy to be here tonight because I'm looking forward to these two good football teams ready to do battle. I tell you, you look at you come into the season, you've been practicing all year long, and it comes down to this. Win and you move on, lose and you go home. And I can tell you what, both teams are going to be ready to do battle tonight. And like I said, Winton Woods is coming off an outstanding season. Only trip up was against the Elder Panthers earlier in the season. And I tell you, and I think they're game ready tonight.
Definitely are. Again, this is a rematch. We know that tonight's game, the winner goes on and the loser stays home. So it's up to the Winton Woods defense to see to it that these Trotwood Rams never reach the mountaintop.
And I can tell you right now, both teams are going to have speed galore on the defensive side of the ball. And that's where you're going to win the football game at tonight. And you're also going to have to win it up front. Whose offensive line is going to be pushing who? And I tell you right now, that's going to be the big battle tonight. Win it in the trenches.
Well, speaking of the trenches, we have some stats probably from this year showing that the two teams are pretty even in a lot of categories. Winton Woods, once again, is a more heavily penalized team. I think Trotwood Madison has probably almost less than half of the penalty yards that the Warriors have.
And that's going to be big tonight. You know, Winton Woods is definitely going to have to keep the rags off the field tonight. They're going to have to play a real special game tonight. You know, play within themselves to try to keep the penalties down tonight.
That's right. So we got the officials out there getting ready, discussing what their plans are for tonight's game. And I would be remiss if I didn't tell everyone as the Warriors team breaks out on the field. But let me tell you who the officials are tonight. We got Bo Rugg as the referee. Chad Jenkins is the umpire. Jerry Fick is the head linesman. Jeff Davis, the line judge. And John Patton is the back judge. So we see the Warriors, Mitch, out here converging on the field. Looks like the captain's out there. You see Corey Weber limbering up. Guys had a good week of practice, and they're ready to go for this one.
And I can tell you what, Jake, tonight's weather is beautiful. You know, you come into this time last year, it was freezing cold outside, and we've been blessed with great weather out there. So I'm looking forward to a real good, exciting football game tonight.
Yeah, the weather is good tonight. Hopefully it doesn't spoil them. I'm sure this weather won't hold out until the first week of December, and that's the plan. We don't care about this weather tonight as much as we want weather in the first week of December.
And you're exactly right, Jake, and that's what you're talking about. Win, and you keep moving on, lose, and you go home. And neither team really wants to go home.
Okay, so we got the Warriors getting set ready to kick this ball off to the Rams. Robbie Lewis, number 84, doing the kicking duties for the Warriors tonight.
And last week he did an excellent job, Jake, in kicking the ball off and kicking it in the end zone and keeping the team on their own 20-yard line.
Okay, so that squib kick is picked up by a Ram, number 9 there for him, Michael McCray. Looks like the Rams will start off at about their own 39-yard line.
And right there, the Warriors chose not to keep it kicking deep to the dangerous kick return guys. But right there, Trotwood's got good field position starting out, Jake.
And they have, Mitch. Now, Trotwood, and watching them play the Warriors last year, people you got to watch out for in their offense is number 5, Antoine Gilbert, Push Bush, as his coach Douglas calls him. And leading the blocking for him in front of him is number 45, Darian Heath. Looks like they're going to put in the air the first play, and that ball is caught
Great call right there. You know, everybody's expecting to run, and what they did, they was up in the I formation, and they faked a quick dive and just threw it over top. Great design from Trotwood.
That's Michael Jordan on the reception for Trotwood Madison. Number 1, Michael Jordan. He played in that game last year, caught a few balls, distinguished himself well in that game.
And that was a nice little touch by Marcus Graham, the quarterback of Trotwood.
Okay, Trotwood sweeping left. Picking up, it looks like a good 5 yards on that first down play.
Yeah, right there. They went right behind the center and the tackle right there, Jake, and then they picked up a positive 5 yards.
Well, it looks like, Mitch, we got another situation where the opposing team offensive linemen look like they outweigh the Warriors' defensive line. But once again, that isn't everything.
Yeah, and then that's one of these games where you have size versus quickness, and sometimes quickness wins and sometimes size wins.
Okay, so Antoine Gilbert finds his way for another nice pickup down near the 20-yard line. Looks like they're going to call it down at about the 22-yard line, 23-yard line there.
And it looks like Trotwood has made up his mind to go right behind that big offensive line. When you have a massive line like that, why not stay behind the big fellas, Jake?
Exactly right. So they break the huddle.
It looks like they got a slot left with the I formation.
Graham under center, takes a snap, turns and gives Gilbert. Gilbert threads his way through for a big gain into the Warriors secondary where Corey Weber, flag on the play late. I don't know what this is.
And it looks like it's going to be a personal foul on 50 of the Warriors. Right now, you can't have those type of penalties in this football game. It's early.
Okay, so the officials sorting this out. Warrior defense, you know, they're going to have to find a way to see if they can hold this to a field goal attempt. 10:41 left to go, first quarter.
And it looks like Trotwood has just decided to run behind that massive offensive line. And why not? Every time you're picking up positive 5 and 6 yards a carry, so why not stay there, Jake?
Okay, so the chain gang moves down there.
And that's just what we talked about early in the game, Jake, is these penalties. You can't have those type of mistakes early in the football game.
That's right. No time in the football game, so it'll be first and goal for the Rams. Ball on the Warriors' 7-yard line.
And I can guess right where they're going, Jake. They're going right behind that massive offensive line.
And don't forget that massive number 45, Darian Heath. He led the way for him last year. He's blocking for Gilbert, and Gilbert twists and turns and looks like he's got touchdown.
Yes, he went over the right side of the tackle and was able to lean forward right into the end zone. And that was a good opening drive from Trotwood right there, Jake. They answered real quick, and that's what they needed to do.
That's right. That tells the Warriors and puts the Warrior defense on notice that you guys are going to have to step up tonight.
Yeah, and that's what Winton Woods normally do. It takes a minute for them to get going, but once they get going, the speed, and they start flying around the football, they're able to make the adjustments.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. So that means the Rams lead the Warriors 7-0. 10:20 left to go in the first quarter.
And that's the way you like to set the tone, Jake. Early in the game, if you get the football, go down and put some points on the board, and that's just what Trotwood Madison did.
Okay, so the Warriors huddling, being prepared to receive this kick.
And one thing the Warriors have in their favor, they're a veteran football team, and they can overcome adversity early in the football game. And I don't think this is going to hurt them too much, but they're going to have to answer real quick and put some points on the board.
That's right. Here we've got Chuck Wynn going back to receive the kick. I stopped by the Warriors Woods tonight, this afternoon after school, just looking around. There wasn't too many people around there, but I did see some bulletin board. There's somebody on Trotwood Madison that says that number 25 doesn't have anything for him. I don't know which Ram that was, but he was talking about Chuck Wynn. So.
Well, and one of the things that's going on right now, I think Chuck Wynn is completely healthy now. I know early in the season he was banged up a little bit, but right now the Warriors do have a healthy Mr. Wynn, and it depends on right now, see if the Trotwood Madison is going to kick to him. So we'll see if it's either time is put up or shut it.
Trotwood Madison is 3 freezer, Greg Seed.
Okay, Mitch, so here we go. Rams are spreading out, getting ready to address this ball. You don't think they'll try to onside kick the ball?
I think they're square ball. Like you said, it was some bulletin board material. Let's see if they put up or shut up or kick it to Mr. Wynn. And it looks like the challenge is on. Pick it up.
Wynn picks that ball up on the 5 and he breaks through some tackles. Twist out of one tackle and down at the 28-yard line. So the Warriors will put it in the play, 1st and 10.
Hey, that was an excellent return right there from Mr. Wynn. I tell you, he got a nice little. He took it back to about 28, and that's where you want to start.
That's right, Chuck Wynn, when he returns those kickoffs, I've seen him do that little twist move of his, and I've seen him take it to the house off that twist move before. But this time, Rams did have someone back there to catch up to.
And so it looks like Trotwood's going to have 9 in the box right now to try to make Winton Woods throw the football. They're bringing everybody up.
Gary Underwood in motion, but the give was inside to Eric Kemper, and picks up good yardage on 1st down.
And that was a good 1st down play. Give it to the man that can really give you some good yards right there, Mr. Kemper. And that's what Winton Woods has to do. Now they have to win at the in the trenches right now. Trotwood went down on a drive and score. Right now it's Winton Woods' turn right now to win up in the middle.
Okay. So Thomas Owens under center, turns, fakes to give to Kemper, pulls it out, runs around right in, and he's going to be close to a 1st down.
Excellent read right there from Thomas. He was able to fake everybody out. He faked me out, Jake, and he was able to keep that ball and pick up about 7 or 8 yards. It'll be 3rd and maybe 1.
Okay, so look like I see Eric Kemper kind of favoring a foot or an ankle. I don't know. I thought his shoe might have fell off, but we'll have to keep an eye on Eric Kemper. Looks like he's dragging a foot or an ankle. I don't like the way that looks.
And I can tell you right now, this is a good drive going on right now for Winton Woods. They're going to answer real quick. And it's going to be close.
Stay to the side. Like you said, it's going to be real close.
Looks like we're going to get a measurement right here, Jake.
It looks like his chain gang may be busier than a one-armed tie-dye t-shirt salesman in Woodstock tonight.
Looks like the Warriors picked up his 1st down. And it looks like Trotwood is challenging Winton Woods right here. They're going to put 9 guys up in the box and dare Winton Woods to throw the football.
Well, Winton Woods can throw the football.
Yes, they can. Looks like a jet sweep right here.
Marquise Gray, number 22, with that ball.
Picked up maybe about 3 yards on that play. As you can see, we was coming close to us, Jake, with that little jet sweep. And Trotwood played pretty good defense on that possession right there, Jake.
Oh, they're going to be in the game all night. They definitely got the speed to match the Warriors. Hold down and he's getting to the edge on them.
And the thing that I like about Winton Woods, a lot of schools don't think they can throw the football, but they will challenge you. If you keep putting 9 guys up in the box, they will pop it up and throw the football.
Okay, good carry on 1st down.
And that's the thing about Winton Woods, Jake. You and I know them. They are what we think they are. They're going to stay consistent in what they do, pound the football and run that option offense.
Okay, so that brings us to a 3rd and 4. 7:55 left to go in the 1st quarter. Ball about the 45-yard line here. The Warriors need to play here. Here is to Eric Kemper. He breaks the tackle and he makes the 1st down out of it.
And that was a great effort from Aaron Kemper right there, Jake. And that was all Aaron Kemper. He broke 2 tackles to get to the 1st down.
Broke right out of that tackle attempt by number 42, William Wheat.
And I like what we're seeing right here, Jake. Both teams are going to say, hey, we're going to win it in the trenches right now. And that's exactly what Winton Woods is trying to do, run the football. And Trotwood is a challenge, Winton Woods. They got 9 guys up in the box.
Okay, Owens under center, Kemper behind him. Marquise Gray's in motion. He faked to Kemper, and Owens keeps it himself for a grudging yard or 2 pickup on the play.
And I tell you right now, that was a great play fake right there from Aaron Kemper. And I tell you, in the next couple of plays, we're going to see a throw coming up because Trotwood is bringing 9 guys up in the box. That's more guys than what Winton Woods can block. So you definitely have to throw the ball.
Well, we see number 12, Jacques Mason, come in the game for the Warriors. And we know from last week, Jacques Mason had a nice end around in that game. Makes the pitch, and he's back to pass. Owens eludes the would-be tackler. Looks like he's going to be hit for a sack. He couldn't fake that man out for the Rams. Who's that? Number 3, Nicholas Grigsby.
And that was a great tackle on Nicholas' side. I'll tell you, one-on-one with Mr. Owens, normally he wins that battle.
Yeah, I remember last year, this game, number 4 for the Rams, Bam Bradley. He was an awesome defender. He was playing linebacker last year. Looks like they got him playing, what's that, free safety this year?
It's a big free safety.
Owens back to pass and slips on the turf to Monkey there. So it looks like the Warriors going to have to punt the ball here.
And right there, you know, Winton Woods, they stumbled on that drive right there. But I can tell you, they was getting some things, but every yard they got, they had to fight for it, Jake. And you have to give credit to Trotwood's defense.
So we got Aaron Patton back to kick for the Warriors. Looks like we got Antoine Gilbert, number 5, back to receive it on one side, and high snap, but Patton brings it in, gets the kick off. Antoine Gilbert hauls it in, and looks like he's going to be brought down on the 30-yard line.
And right there, that was a great play from Gilbert right there, catching that ball, because that looked like that had a nice Winton roll right there, and he had to pick it up to save some field position.
There you go. Harrison Butler in on the stop for Winton Woods.
Oh boy, Jake, I tell you, this is shaping up to be some type of game, man. I tell you, giving me goose pimping. The guys are out there flying around, and you know, snotty nose, big lineman up in front. Oh, this is the type of football game I like to see, Jake.
That's right, and this is the type of football game we can look forward to, hopefully, the next 3-4 weeks.
Bam!
Winton Woods defenders in on that. That looks like number 11, Tino Holland. Comes in there. Antonio Poole also blitzing there, but Tino Holland makes the big hit on him.
And that was a great stun up front, and Trotwood wasn't able to pick up that stun. As you can see, the line was kind of, defensive lineman kind of crossed, and it was a delayed blitz right there from Winton Woods, and great execution on the defensive end.
Well, I was thinking last week after that game, it was up to the Warrior defense to kind of ratchet it up a notch.
And that's what they're going to have to do tonight. They're going to have to stand and make some big plays.
Because Antonio Poole again backs off of it. Looks like they hand inside and good pickup on the play. Looks like about a 7-yard gain.
And you can see right there, Trotwood is going to do what they came here to do. They're going to run behind that massive offensive line and trying to win the football game in between the trenches tonight, Jake.
Well, Trotwood has a good program. Coach Douglas, been there 11 years now. He's graduated with roughly 100 players into Division I football. He himself played for the Bears for about 9 years in the NFL. A lot of his assistants have NFL experience. So.
And that's what you like to see, somebody coming back and giving it to the community. A coach that went to the next level, had some success at the next level, and came back down and was working well with the kids.
Okay, so Trotwood Madison, 3rd and 3. Back to pass. Gets it off and complete. And it's like Harrison Butler throws him out of bounds there for the Warriors.
And that was a great throw from Trotwood's quarterback. And I'll tell you right now, it was Antoine Gilbert. He threw a bullet, I believe it was. Excuse me, that wasn't Gilbert. That was Marcus Graham. He threw a nice little out pattern. The receiver got to the sticks, had a nice little out, and he wanted the football.
Michael McRae on the reception for Rams. He caught a couple balls in that contest last year. Turn and give to Antoine Gilbert. He jukes around the would-be tackler and moves forward to about the 45-yard line.
He picked up a positive 5 yards on that play.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you this. And, you know, Coach Douglas, he likes this Antoine Gilbert. He has this little nickname. He calls him Cush Bush for whatever reason.
Looks like we got a timeout on the field, Jake. All right, they're ready to go. And I'll tell you right now, like I was telling you earlier, Jake, Trotwood's going to try to run the ball right between the guard and the tackle.
Yeah, that's right. Here it is. Stop it if you can.
Yeah, coming right at you.
Looks like he's audibling off of something. Corey Weber thinking about a blitz here this time. Give it to Gilbert, and he runs right through into the second level of the Warrior defense.
And I'll tell you right now, that was great interior blocking by Trotwood, Jake. And you can see how Mr. Gilbert picked up a first down because the interior blocking for Trotwood was excellent. I mean, they kicked out that end and cross block on the inside on that defensive tackle, and that led to a nice pickup from Antoine Gilbert.
Okay, here come the Rams again on the line. Gives to Gilbert again, and he threads his way through would-be tacklers and twists and turns, and going to be stopped out at the 30-yard line.
And they're just lining up and coming right at you, Jake. They're not doing anything fancy. This is some old-fashioned football. It's putting a hat on a hat, and then right now they're winning the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's the idea. And right now, it's going to be up to the Warriors to step it up on defense here. Somebody's going to have to make that big play. Chuck Wynn is anxious to make his presence felt, but I don't think this guy, here he comes back to pass. Overshoots his man.
Yes, and it looks like it was a one-man pass pattern right there. He had one look. He didn't have a check down, and he just overthrew it a little bit.
Got decent protection off from his offensive line that time, Mitch.
Yes, he did. And I tell you, Marcus Graham has a nice little arm on him.
Yeah, and you know, before the game, he was complaining to Coach Douglas something about he didn't like the way this football felt in his hand. I know last year, watching him throw the ball, he didn't have good mechanics. He threw like his hands were too small.
Okay.
But this year, you can tell he's much improved in his throwing mechanics.
And it looks like this is 4-down territory for the
Rams.
For the Trotwood roster right there, Jake.
Okay, so looks like there's going to be 2 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Looks like we're going to get a measurement.
Timeout for a measurement again, working this chain gang.
I'll tell you what, Jake, and this is a good old-fashioned football. We putting a helmet on a helmet, and whoever wins is going to win this football game tonight.
Okay, Mitch, looks like no measurement. They're calling it a first down.
First down for the Rams.
Graham under center, turns and gives. Gilbert's got the ball again, but the Warrior defense is there for no gain on the play.
And that's what they have to do. They have to get penetration to stop these runs because the Rams have decided just to go man on man.
Flag.
Looks like we got a penalty on the sidelines right here.
You know, I was talking to the officials before the game, and a couple of them are from Youngstown, Ohio area, northern part of the state. They've never seen the Warriors play, so they have no predisposed ideas on what they're going to be doing.
Sideline infraction.
Okay, so.
Looks like it's a warning the first time.
Okay.
Right now, the Warriors have to get some penetration up front on their defensive end because the Rams are doing what they want to do right now, pushing the Warriors down the field.
Okay, so Graham under center. Here comes the Warriors on the blitz.
Great fade. He's got him. Oh, just missed him.
Just missed him. Chuck Wynn defending on that play, but a good pass had him beat.
I tell you, that was an excellent throw from Marcus Graham. He put it where his guy was the only one that was going to get that football. And I like that. And that's what you have to do. Sometimes you got to throw the ball down the field. Oh, and just missed him.
Just missed him. Minute 40 left to go. Number 9 checks into the huddle. That's Michael McCray. He caught a few balls for him in that game last year. There's quite a few players out here who were in that game last year for Trotwood Madison, too.
Looks like this is 4-down territory for the Rams.
Gilbert scoots around right in. Gets tripped up on that play after a pickup of about maybe a couple. Pickup of 5, we're calling it. Yeah, he just goes a long way when he's down low.
I'll tell you, Antoine Gilbert is always leaning forward when he's running the football. You never really see you get any negative yards because he's always pushing forward. 4th and about, what do you say, 4, 5, 3 right here, Jake. Big stand right here.
So we got the fork in the road or stick a fork in a moment early for the Warrior defense. 55 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Graham under center. He's looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. Chuck Wynn bats that one down. He got an arm in there on that one.
Yeah, that was a nice play right there from the Rams. And what the receiver has to do, he has to come back to the quarterback on that pass right there and get a little separation.
So we go replay. Ward defense. Nice play.
It was a nice play. It was a little bit behind the receiver right there for the Rams, but hey, good defense on the Warriors' part. Nice play. Pass just a little bit behind him.
Okay, so the Warrior offense takes the field. Time of possession heavily in favor of the Rams so far. Give to Aaron Kemper inside, but he's going to be stopped. Short gain on the play.
And one thing about the Warriors, you and I, we both know, Jake, that they can put points up in bunches.
Oh, they sure can. I mean, basically, we know that the Warrior offense is really carrying the team the past couple of weeks.
Yes, they have.
In motion. Give inside. Aaron Kemper busts out of a tackle, but he's only going to pick up about a yard.
It's going to be a third and maybe 6 or 7 right here for the Warriors. And I'm going to tell you, looking from my point right here, Jake, it seems like the Rams are challenging. Looks like the Rams are challenging Winton Woods to throw the football.
And I'm sure Winton Woods is going to realize that they're going to have to go ahead and throw it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you got 10 guys up in the box. That's more guys than you can block. So, hey, you can take advantage of that with a nice little fake and go over the top.
Okay, so the teams change in at the end of the first quarter. We find the score of Trotwood Madison Rams 7, our Winton Woods Warriors nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jake, the last couple of weeks.
Okay, so in the weeks ahead or in the weeks past, we got the brackets here. We see Winton Woods won last week against Dayton Carroll. Trotwood Madison took care of Harrison. Kings over Tecumseh. And Mount Healthy over Turpin. So now this week we have Mount Healthy against Kings, which could really go either way. And in this game here, I think the winner of this game could go a long way.
Yeah, and I like this matchup between Mount Healthy and the Kings because these are two high-octane offenses with great defenses, so it's a nice little matchup.
That's right, and they probably don't play each other a lot. They probably don't know a lot about their...
they don't know anything about it. Right now, big play right here for the Warriors.
Owens back to pass, and he eludes a tackler, and it looks like he's going to find room to run, but there's going to be a flag. He gets over here up to about 39-yard line, but I'm afraid this one may be going back.
Yeah, it looks like a little holding on the Warriors right there.
Aaron Kemper looking disgusted over there about 20-yard line.
And you can't get upset. You got to go and get back in the huddle and be ready for the next play. And right there, that's when Thomas Owens is at his best whenever he's out in the pocket, whenever he's scrambling, because he can make a lot of things happen.
Well, we got some first quarter stats to look at. Time of possession, Trotwood Madison 6 minutes 13 seconds. The Warriors 5 minutes 47 seconds. Third down conversions, Madison Rams 2 of 3, Warriors 2 of 3.
And you said right there, the time of possession. And that's what Trotwood, the Rams, really need to do is try to keep the Warriors offense off the field.
Okay, so back here we got Owens under center. He's going to be back to pass. He's looking.
Got him open.
Now he's going to run for it. He's got a head opening. Now he's going to be turned in and called down by number 9, Michael McCray. He's got another flag. Okay, this flag will go against Trotwood Madison Rams.
It's going to be enough for a first down there, Jake.
Officials. Looks like there's going to be a lot of laundry again in this game between both teams. They're marching this one off against the Rams, and they're going to set that ball down on the 31-yard line.
Looks like it's 4th down for the Warriors.
4th down. It's at about 6 yards ago. They're going to have to punt. This is where they have to execute a good punt here.
Yeah, right now they really need to just change the field position right here. You know, get a nice little punt off and come out and play some defense.
Eric Patton back to punt. He already had to sky to get that first snap, and that one's more like realistic, and he gets a good kick off.
Good kick.
Ball's caught, fair caught by Antoine Gilbert. 45-yard line.
And that was a nice punt right there. And I tell you, it was a good thing that he hit his knee because he had a nice whole side of the right side of the field wide open.
Had all kind of Al Green in front of him.
Yes, he did.
30 yards.
Okay, so we're defense back on the field. These guys on the D line are going to have to step it up. I think last year in that game, the smallest lineman for the Rams weighed 260. Looks like he'll be sacked by the Warriors there. Number 51 for the Warriors in there on the sack.
Travis Coleman got a nice little pressure right there on Trotwood's quarterback.
So that'll have the ball down on the 37-yard line.
And that was a big play for the Warriors. They needed that, you know, to pretty much change the field position right here.
Now they're going to have to execute to keep Antoine Gilbert from getting one of them gouging chunks of yardage on him. They're in shotgun this time.
Quarterback draw.
Quarterback draw, and looks like he's going to, nice tackle, Corey Weber. I'm sticking to my man like I'm sticking to my story.
And I tell you, that was a nice play right there from the Rams. Got everybody spreading out. It seemed like the sea just parted, and he ran right up in there. Great design from the Rams.
Yeah, they got to watch out for that play.
Yes, they do. I'm sure they'll come back to it.
And that has the ball. 48-yard line, 3rd down and 7.
This is a big defensive stand right here for the Warriors, because I tell you, you don't want to get down by 2 scores against Trotwood.
Graham gets his shotgun snap. He's throwing a long ball, but it's going to be over everybody's head.
He had him open, just let him just a little bit too much.
So that'll bring it to a 4th down. It's like, we got laundry on the field. All right, holding on the Rams. It'd be what, decline?
Yeah, that's a tough call right there for the Rams. If I was the Warriors, I think I'd have took that penalty, pushed them back an extra 10 yards, and played defense and made them punt.
Okay, so Rams back in punt formation. A tall guy with this kick for him. Gets it off. Chuck Williams going to have to fair catch that one, which he does. Warriors to start on their own 20-yard line.
So that's a nice little punt right there from the Rams. And the Warriors, once again, are going to their about 3rd, 4th possession right now and get a chance to move the ball. And they're just going to stay true to what they do. Run the option and pound the football. It's only a touchdown game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the game is well within reach, 1-score game. Biggest thing the Warriors got to do, both teams really, is keep this laundry off the field.
And you're exactly right. Keep the penalties down.
Owens under center, Kemper behind him. Underwood in motion. Gives to Kemper. He breaks the tackle. And he's going to outrun the defender. He's at the 50. Looks like he'll be pulled down about the 42-yard line of the Madison Rams.
And that's what Winton Woods does. You know, they'll keep pounding and pounding straight true to what they are. A pounding off the football team, and maybe they'll break one.
Looks like number 61, Pete Carpenter, with one of those Mama said knock you out blocks on that defender this spring, Mr. Kemper.
And I tell you, and Mr. Kemper just kept his legs moving. You can't
Give
arm
to Kemper
tackle this
again.
guy. You can't arm tackle this guy. You have to wrap.
And that's right. And not only that is he strong, but he's fast.
Fast, strong, and he's durable.
You know, he's that whole fast.
And that's what you have to have. You have to have your running back getting up in that hole as soon as it opens up. No hesitation whatsoever.
This is what I like about the Warriors on offense. These linemen are just interchangeable. Owens pitches.
Got some room.
Gary Underwood's got the ball, and he's racing to the corner. He's going to be brought down about 10-yard line. That's what I'm talking about.
And that was a nice play for the Warriors.
I mean, it doesn't matter who lines up where on O-line. Everyone knows what to do.
Yes, and the cornerback came down on Owens, the quarterback, and a great pitch out there to Underwood.
Now, this gives these defenders more to think about, see.
Yes, it does.
He's calling timeout. Trotwood Madison Rams calling timeout. 8:47 left to go in the second quarter. Winton's Warriors on the move.
And right now, this is a big drive. Get some points and get your offense clicking. I tell you, right now, this has been some kind of game tonight, Jake.
Same thing we expect every week.
Well, in the playoffs, you know, you have to come with your best.
Oh, that's right. By all means, I mean, as Mr. T would say, I pity the school that doesn't bring their A game and their A team to these playoffs.
You're exactly right about that, Jake.
So in this timeout, we got Coach Douglas over there talking to his players. You know, Coach Douglas, he's a real spiritual person, really strong personality guy, and he instills that in his players. And every Thursday, once a week, they have a person come in, talk to his players about good spiritual, having that heart.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing.
So Owens runs inside, and he's going to be scoring. Nice execution.
Yes, it was. Right there, he had two options. He could have pitched it, but he decided to keep it himself and scored on a nice little touchdown run.
Nice.
Right there, Underwood was wide open. Nice fake right there from Owens.
The speed on this offensive line, these guys can get around, I'm telling you.
I tell you, and that makes that offense a little bit more potent. Underwood can either play running back, quarterback. Whenever he's on the football field, you know, you just got to try to get him the football.
Corey Weber puts the hold down, the kick is up. And Robbie Lewis puts it through. So with 8:42 left to go in the first half, the score is Winton's Warriors 7 and Trotwood Rams, Madison Rams 7. Now that's more like the offense that we've been seeing lately.
Yes,
with the
it
Warriors.
is. But the thing about it, what I like right there, Winton Woods was facing a little bit of adversity early, Jake, and they didn't get down. They panicked. They stayed within themselves, and they did what they do all the time, which is run the ball, pound the ball, run the ball, pound the ball. You know, and that was a great play right there.
Definitely was a great play. You know, Coach Drapaw, he's got this offense. Him and his staff got this offense running smooth as a Barry White album on a blind date.
And I tell you about that.
So the Warriors looking to kick this ball off now. Robbie Lewis handling all the kicking chores for the Warriors this year. Good to see that flag just sitting still.
Yes, it is, especially this time of year.
So we got Antoine Gilbert back there, eager and anxious to get that ball. Robbie Lewis steps off into it. He's kicking away from Gilbert this time. A whistle.
All sides Warriors.
So we got this offside. Going to send the Warriors back here. Kick it again. That's going to pretty much get these guys good field position to start, huh?
Yes, and then what I would like to see is I would love to see the Warriors kick the ball deep. You definitely don't want to pooch kick this ball and give the Rams good field position. I mean, last week he was kicking the ball in the end zone, and I tell you, he definitely has a leg for it. I'd like to see him kick the ball deep and put with the Rams in the hole.
Okay, so we're going to get this ball kicked off. He gets the ball set down. This big number 45 on the Rams. He's the lead blocker for Antoine Gilbert. I don't know if he gets many carries, but if they ever switch up and hand this guy the ball, he's going to be a load out there. Squib kick picked up by, what do we got, another whistle?
No, his knee was down.
Oh, that's right.
But it was a nice little scoop from the Rams. I tell you, he picked it up like Joe Morgan or David Concepcion. Michael McKay, look at it. I mean, wow, he scooped it up real good. Hey, maybe he's playing the wrong sport too. Or you could say a multi-sport athlete.
Well, you know, speaking of multi-sport athlete, well, we'll get back to that. Graham turns and gives to Gilbert. Gilbert busts in there. Looks like a 4 or 5 yard gain for the Rams.
Yeah, it looks like the Rams are going back to what they was doing early in the first quarter. Pounding the football, running between the guard and the tackle and behind the big center. Great submarine right there for the Warriors. Ramel Key on the tackle.
Ramel lockdown Key. Number 5, Gilbert with the ball again in there. No wasted steps. Looks like the defense has picked it up a bit now.
Yes, it is. Seems like they're getting their groove going now. I tell you what, and the Rams look like they're going to try to get the line of scrimmage back. For the last couple possessions, Wintonwood's defense has definitely controlled the line of scrimmage.
Okay, so the Rams break the huddle. Ball on the 50-yard line, turns and gives to Gilbert. He breaks through the play, will be stopped with a whistle.
It's a good thing because there wasn't nothing but green pastures in front of him.
Penalty against the Rams. Net ball foul. False start.
Okay, so the referees indicating the ball going to be placed on the 45-yard line where it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 8 for the Rams. Looks like they're going to have to throw here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they got the capabilities to throw. They got a nice quarterback, good receivers. And that's what you like to do. Make the quarterback beat you.
Well, I don't want him running that quarterback draw to do it.
And that's what could be coming up.
Another whistle.
Timeout, Warriors.
Yes, indeed.
Timeout, Rams.
7:07 left to go in the first half. Rams down to 1 timeout left in the half. Well, you know, this week, Mitch, we celebrated Veterans Day.
And a great day to celebrate.
A great day, good weather. This gives me an opportunity. The veteran that's closest to my heart is my father, Uncle Jake, as he was known as affectionately back in the hometown. He served in Italy. I think he stormed the beaches of Anzio back there. And, you know, he told me a lot of stories. And he said what he did for me.
And that's a good way to put it because those guys make the ultimate sacrifice for us to enjoy what we're doing. And while we're giving shouts out, I'd love to give shouts out to one of my great veterans, Tommy Lasky, fought in the Vietnam War. It's wide open.
Looks like Graham is going to break out and pick up big yards. Over on the sideline, officials.
Nice little bailout right there from Graham and was able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, this guy Graham, he's much improved from last year. I remember in that game last year, he just wanted to stand there and hand the ball off and throw it, but now he's willing to run for it.
And like I was telling you earlier, Jake, I was giving shout out to one of my great American friends, Tommy Lasky, who no longer is with us, but he fought in the Vietnam War. Great guy and a great veteran.
That ball's caught and he breaks Corey Weber's, who's tackling break? Zach Beaumont broke that tackle and picked up big yards.
I tell you, that's a nice little out pattern right there that the Rams run. It looks like they're able to get that anytime they want against the Warriors. That's something that in the past few weeks we ain't been able to see teams been able to throw that, because Winton Woods is one of the teams that are able and have skilled enough players to play man-to-man on the corner. But what's getting them, I think, is the underneath routes.
So Graham's back to pass. He's looking to throw. It might be intercepted. Chuck Wynn can't come down with the ball.
It looks like it was a mix-up because you had two receivers in the same area.
Chuck Wynn makes a nice adjustment to that ball, where you can tell, just put it behind you, Chuck. Just going back to the huddle. You'll get another shot.
Yes, and I tell you, if he was able to hold on to that football, he might have ran about 80 yards.
Oh, well, yeah, if he holds on to that football, Al Green all out in front of him. Turn and give to Gilbert again, and he broke all the tackles. He ran right out of a tackle. I think it was Antonio Poole, and looked like number 45, Jonathan Barwick. Who's that?
I tell you,
Corey Weber,
that is
Mel Key.
I tell you, Antoine Gilbert is some kind of running back. I tell you, he's a gifted running back that's able to lean forward on a lot of his run and get a lot of positive yards. I'm really enjoying watching this young man run the football.
And exactly right, Mitch. And he's like smooth. I mean, I bet you he could do the same thing on a natural surface as he's doing on this artificial surface.
Yes, he can.
So that extra point is good. So we have a score now, 6:41 left to go in the half. Trotwood Madison Rams 14, and our Winton Woods Warriors 7.
Seems like things are starting to heat up a little bit, Jake. Looks like first quarter teams was filling one another out. Now it looks like all of a sudden they putting it in, in the first, second gear and ready to gear up.
That's right. It looks like Winton Woods is going to have to answer. Got plenty of time before the half. They can get in here with a score.
Yeah, and one of the things, it seemed like the Warriors found their groove on the offense. You know, they overcome some adversity in the first quarter, and able to get some points up on the board now. And it seems like now that they are clicking, so it's going to be a track meet out here now, Jake.
That's right. Well, just talking about some of these other playoff games tomorrow night, Waycross Community Media will present the St. X Coleraine game. Coleraine figures to dominate St. X, but I don't put anything past St. X once they get in the playoffs like this. With this back they have, number 4, Connor Hundley, is just wearing out all the real estate.
And one of the things, like you said, Jake, coming into the playoffs, what you did in the season doesn't count now. Everything's even. So a one-game season, so you have to be ready to play.
Which I don't think LaSalle had been to let this all happen.
No, last couple of weeks, I think LaSalle may have relaxed a little bit.
Okay, so that kick is picked up by Chuck Wynn, and he's racing to the outside. He runs right inside of a couple tackles. And he's got one man that can stop him, and that is a nice return to get the Warriors in business at their own 43-yard line.
And that's what Mr. Wynn does for you. He's able to change direction and get you some positive yards.
Well, you can see he's running now, plants that foot and shoots it north and south. Don't see any lingering effects of that injury from earlier in the year. Nice straight arm, but the guy is able to hang on and haul him down.
And that's one thing neither team really lacks in speed.
Okay, so out to put it in play. Thomas Owens under center. He's got Aaron Kemper behind him. Gary Underwood in motion. The give is to Kemper, and he breaks free, and he's across the 50-yard line. He turns up to about the 47-yard line of the Rams.
Picks up a first down. Excellent run right there from Aaron Kemper, I tell you. Right now, that's the guy you want to get on his back and let him carry you.
That's right. And again, it's offensive line, wide receivers, this blocking that they're getting up front. It's just I don't want to say unbelievable, but it is phenomenal.
Blitz, first down.
You know, these guys up front, I'm telling you, they interchange position. One time the guy comes out, lines up as a right tackle. Next play goes over left guard. And it doesn't matter where they line them up. They know what to do.
Yeah, and that's what you got to have, interchangeable parts.
Give inside to Kemper again. He's dragged down, but not before he picks up good yardage.
Tackled by 3, Nicholas Gracie, and 4, Van Bradley.
Van Bradley on the stop. Van Bradley had a heck of a game last year. He must have put on a few pounds. He looks like he put on a few pounds, but they got him playing, what, free safety, or is he back in at linebacker now?
Well, it looks like he's playing linebacker because Trotwood, the Rams are challenging Winton Woods to throw the football. And they bringing everybody up in the box. They daring Winton Woods to throw the ball.
Gary Underwood in motion, flag on the play.
Illegal motion.
Nice catch, but it's going to be coming back. Number 22, Marquise Graves. Okay, so they shot yourself in the foot on that one, Mitch.
Yes, they did. They had 10 guys up in the box, and Winton Woods had the right play called at the right time. May have been that right tackle that moved just a little bit.
Picked up the blitzers, nice.
Nice throw and catch for the Warriors.
Well, you know, it does serve the purpose of giving this defense something else to think about.
Yeah, and that's going to make you drop the safety back there and get one of those guys out of the box.
Owens turns, sweeps to his left. Looks like he's going to nose in there and pick up about 3 yards.
Looked like we had a reverse option right there, Jake, and Owens was able to get up there and pick up a couple yards.
Okay, so number 14 checks into the Warrior huddle. Julian Barnett. Thomas Owens looking over the sideline for the play.
4 yards on the play. 4th down and 7.
Jalen Crenshaw, number 68, over the ball. Back to pass. Owens looks deep. He's going to spread him out. And he's hit by number 79.
Excellent defensive coverage downfield. Right there, Mr. Owens did. The only thing he could do was try to make something happen. Isaiah Mays right there made a nice little tackle on Thomas Owens.
Thomas Owens, with all his speed and elusiveness, has been tattooed a couple times tonight by these defenders.
But the one thing about him, he's like the energized bunny. He's going to keep getting up, going and going and going.
Fair catch called for. Bringing in that fair catch is number 8, Renan Lorenzo. Yeah, like you say, he keeps going and going, and he's the senior leader of this team, and
he doesn't want to see it end. This guy loves football. All summer long, you see him out there leading the young fellas out there practicing, running around, conditioning. I tell you, if you want to see a team and a program work, go up to Winton Woods during the summer and watch these guys work out.
Okay, so flag on the play. Looks like it'll be holding against the Rams. Push them back some. 4 minutes left to go in the half. The Warriors can play some stiff defense here. They still can have some time to work with this ball on offense.
Yeah, and yes, they can. And I tell you right now, if they can get them 4 out right now and make them punt, they can have a pretty nice field position. And you can win a football game just on field position alone.
Oh, yeah. As long as you keep that laundry off the field some, too.
Yeah, and we're starting to see a bunch of laundry come on the field the last 10 minutes or so.
Okay. Graham under center. He turns and gives to Gilbert. Gilbert busts in there and picks up about 4 yards. Seems like every time he gets the ball, Mitch, he's going through that first kind of line defense.
He's leaning forward, and I'll tell you right now, he's a nice little running back.
He's got that big number 45 leading him through that hole.
And he looks like the type of runner that's just having fun out there playing football, you know?
Yeah, he does.
You know, he's sitting out there spinning and jumping and ducking and doing whatever he can do to make that defensive player miss. So I love to see that in the young fellas out there having fun playing football.
I'm sure he's getting mail from a lot of teams.
It's got him open. Pass interference.
Okay, so it looks like they're going to call that on Zach Bobar.
And
Could have been inadvertent, but...
Well, yeah, that's one of those Benny Barnes, Lynn Swan flags right there. You've seen that play when my Cowboys got flagged against the Steelers in that Super Bowl, and it went to Lynn Swan.
I didn't see that.
Didn't really push. It looked like their feet got tangled up a little bit.
Mitch, you mean you will admit that those being your Cowboys?
Hey, I do. Back then they were my Cowboys, but now, right now, I'm what they call a bandwagon jumper.
Okay, so the Rams break the huddle. Looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 for him on the 33-yard line here. He's back to pass again.
Got him open again.
He's throwing deep in the same play. Flag again. And what did he? I don't know.
And that's one of those things that you would like hope to see you let them play on, because that's a good fight going on right there. And, you know, that's one man trying to get a position, one man trying to get open. And I'm sure it's just a little arm slapping.
Yeah.
And that's good football.
That's the way it's played.
I love that kind of action out there on the edge where you got a receiver fighting, a defender fighting. And right there, it looks like it shouldn't have been a winner right there.
No, it wasn't like he had to pull him down because the guy had him beat for a touchdown or nothing. He was right with him.
Yeah, and I don't think he was going to catch that football. And that's one of the things that I think the fans seen that they wasn't happy about. But they don't think that he was going to catch the football.
The only thing about this is if the Warriors can find a way to step it up on defense, get a stop, they can get the ball back with all these clock stoppages. And here we go again. This time he overthrows the whole world. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It's very into what, 2nd and 10?
2nd and 10 right now with 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the second quarter. And I tell you right now, this is a nice little game right here, Bruin. I tell you, both teams are fighting hard on offense and defense to try to gain advantage.
And this is what we thought it would be, type of game. Is just like Coach Douglas said, they are much improved from last year.
Yes, they are.
Looks like, what do we got going on here now? Second and 10.
Quarterback draw.
Warriors blitz, breaking the house. Gilbert breaks free. Looks like it's going to be up to Zach Bobar. Chuck Winton changed direction. He's in the end zone for touchdown. Trotwood Madison Rams, that blitz didn't work that time.
No, they brought the kitchen. I tell you right now, they had a nice little play. It's like it's either all or nothing right here for the Warriors, and they came up with nothing. I tell you right here. Nice little handoff underneath, and this was all Antoine Gilbert right here.
That's right. This guy's got too many moves.
Yeah, he looked like our own quarterback Thomas Owens out there. Great cutback right there. I tell you, that's a la right there. Eric Dickerson and Tony Dorsett. That's nice cuts.
Okay, so that extra point is good, and that brings the score to 21-7 in favor of the Rams. 2:44 left to go in the half. Warrior coaching staff is imploring these teams to get up here and show what they are about.
And I tell you right here, the Warriors bring all. It's all or nothing right out here on the Warriors. They bring the house right here. And I tell you, Mr. Gilbert just makes some nice cuts. I tell you, cut right here. This is Eric Dickerson right here. Little Tony Dorsett. Get up in there across the field, change the grain right there. And I tell you, he was able to take it in for a touchdown.
Well, it's going to have to be up to the Warriors to kind of don't remember this so much and just focus on what they're going to do.
But right now, being down 21-7, the Warriors right now just have to take it one possession at a time.
And I think the Warriors, what they got to do now, since they're going to have to probably throw to catch up anyway, is to break out and get somebody like number 5, Gary Underwood. He's going to catch the ball for him. Number 85, Mr. Lofton, Rodney Lofton. He'll catch the ball for him. They're going to have to throw this ball now. But I think the Warriors, to their credit and their mettle as a team, I don't think they're panicking now.
No, they're not, because they've been there before. Oh, that's a good play right there. Oh,
they go out of bounds. Staying in.
Went out of bounds right there. And I don't think a veteran team like this, the Warriors, are going to panic. You know, I'm sure the coaches have told them, right now, we're going to take it one possession at a time. You know, that's all we can do. Let's stay within ourselves. Let's try not to do nothing to get down any farther. Let's just play good football.
Okay, so Warriors looking to take the field and start this drive.
Against the Rams, falling out of bounds, they'll pick it again.
So, okay, so in high school they kick again. So okay. Well, you know, you were talking baseball references earlier, Mitch, and at this point, with this score, what it is, it brings us to, you know, what a wise man once said, 90% of this game is half mental. And this is where, you know, you got to just step it up, you know, get your Ronnie Lott hats on and just pound these guys and hold them down from scoring anymore.
Yeah, and that's what they have to do. And I made reference earlier, one possession at a time. You know, 21-7 is not an insurmountable odds to overcome. And I think if a team can do it, Winton Woods is one of those teams that can.
Chuck Wynn with the ball. He breaks the tackle. He's got one man to beat. Straight arms him, and he's knocked out of bounds into the ball net on about the 25-yard line of the Rams.
And that's what the Rams needed. They needed that big return right there from Chuck Wynn, and this is going to give them a short field to work with. And if they can put some points on the scoreboard right now and capitalize on this field position, we're in a one-possession game.
That's right. If they can score here, keep the laundry off the field, and come back with an onside kick, who knows? Oh, I'm not. Looks like it'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 29-yard line.
And one of the things right here, I tell you, Trotwood, the Rams really leave the middle of the field open.
Thomas Owens breaks through there, and it looks like he's down to about the 4-yard line. He's hit hard. Helmet comes off, separated from his helmet. But that was a nice-looking play there.
I tell you,
Aaron Patton.
Thomas Owens took a big hit, but like I told you, this guy's like the Energizer Bunny. He'll get right up and keep going and going and going.
That's right. Number 2, Julius Ruby for the Rams on that hit. Looks like he's having an equipment malfunction now, maybe busted chin strap. I don't know.
Had we been in the NFL, it would have been a flag on the field for helmet-to-helmet contact.
Well, that's probably,
to be debated.
Yeah, well, you don't even want to get me started talking about the...
Damn.
Yep.
Helmet to helmet. But that was an excellent run right there on Thomas Owens' part. And like I told you, if anybody's the real Energizer Bunny, it's Energizer Owens, because this guy's going to keep going and going and going.
Well, he's going to have to go some more to get them through the night tonight, because they want to be playing ball next week.
And I'll tell you right now, this is a good game to be watching. We're seeing 2 athletic, gifted teams going at it.
So we got the ball on the 5-yard line, 1st and goal for the Warriors. This is where you got to remind them about Eric Kemper. Give him the ball, let him smash through there. Yes, indeed. There's Kemper.
Gets down to about the 1-yard line. And what you're seeing right here, Jake, is both teams are leaving the middle of the field open. And if you can break the first initial tackles and get to the second level, it's all you and the green, as Al Green, like you said.
So we got 149. This clock is moving. Warriors taking their time. Looks like timeout called by the Warriors now.
Winton Woods, timeout.
Thinking about this second down play. So the Warriors huddle. We got the Warrior crowd in here. Kind of quiet now. They was hoping to see their team expand this lead or get the lead. But only thing that matters is what the score is when the clock reaches 000.
Yeah, exactly right. And like we talked about, 21-7 is not a insurmountable odds to come back from. And like I was telling you, one possession at a time can get you back in this football game.
Okay, so Rams take the field again.
2nd and goal for the Warriors up to about 2-yard line.
I don't know. I think this time Owens will probably take it himself. Turns, gives Kemper's hit in the backfield.
Oh, Kemper was.
That's going to back him up a couple yard loss on that play.
This is one of those plays where it looks like, the Rams went mano-mano and had a blitz call right where the play was coming.
Okay, so, and I think the Warriors are probably going to try to, go around and sweep.
Well, you got 2 down to get a touchdown. And nice little quarterback draw can be coming up right here.
Give to Kemper again. They're waiting for Kemper again this time. Going to have to improvise a little bit on offense. These guys, they outweigh the Warriors. So they're going to have to figure out a way. They can't go through them to get around them.
Timeout the Warriors. They're going to talk about it. I'll tell you right now, I think I've seen the field goal kicker go out there. You have to put something on the board.
Oh, yeah.
With 53.7 seconds to go, you got to get something out there.
And again, this guy nails this field goal.
Hey, and that's what you need. You can only get back in this game one possession at a time, and you come away with some points right here. That's some positive steps in getting back into this game.
So in the second half, the Warriors will be receiving the ball. Corey Weber out there to hold for this field goal attempt. Robbie Lewis, how many yard attempt is this?
I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't be surprised to see a fake.
I don't think so. I want to see this guy go.
Looks like they're ready for a fake, though.
There's like no need for a fake. Kick the field goal. If you want to do something cute onside, kick it. There you go. So that kick is up and good.
And like you said, get some points on the board.
That's right. So 50 seconds left to go in the first half. We got the score of Trotwood Madison Rams 21 and Winton Woods Warriors 10. Warriors come back to sort out what they're going to do on this kickoff. You got to hand it to the Rams. Whatever scouting or film tendencies, they knew what was coming on that drive.
Yes, they did, and I think it was a lot of read options right there for Mr. Owens, the quarterback, and they just stepped up right there and make big plays down there when you had to make them.
Okay, so the Rams, looks like they got somewhat of a hands team up there. I'm seeing receiver running back numbers up there in the front line. Robbie Lewis squeezing that ball real hard. We're going to have to see what happens on this kickoff attempt.
Well, They've been squib kicking it. He may kick it deep this time.
He kicks it deep. Beyond the 20.
Right into the end zone. Come out to the 20. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Rams attack this possession with 50 seconds to go. Do they just want to run the clock out and get to halftime up 21-10? Or are they going to try to put some more points on the board? But judging from what I'm seeing, they're not going to sit back.
I don't think so. And I think this would be a place for that quarterback draw.
Yeah, they're going to be conservative, but if they can get something, they're going to take it.
And this is where the Warrior defenders, they got to, again, forget about what happened. I know they're anxious and eager, but they're going to have to just kind of let the game come to them a little bit.
Yes, they are. They got to be patient a little bit.
Chuck went out there, one-on-one. So the clock's ticking down, Mitch. Looks like down to 35 seconds left to go in the half. Rams don't look like they're too anxious to run a play.
No, they're going to be conservative, and I like this approach. Let the clock run out. Let's get to half. Or they may just take one shot when it gets down there.
Well, I don't know. Turn and give to Antoine Gilbert, and he's brought down, and looks like we had a Winton defender on him, trying to strip that ball out away from him as he was bringing him down. Number 50, Desmond Jarman. So at the end of the first half in tonight's action, our Winton Warriors are trailing the Trotwood Madison Rams 21-10. We will be back after halftime for the third quarter.
Welcome home, man.
Do you like what you see? Do you want to see more programs like this? Well, check out waycross.tv for this program and others like these.
Led by Jacqueline Rodriguez and Keela McBride, we bring our guard to the front to dance in this next tune. Here is Disco Inferno. We continue our 70s dance music with Venus. Originally sang by Shocking Blue, this song gained popularity when it was remade by Bananarama. We conclude our halftime show with Parliament's biggest crossover hit, Tear the Roof Off the Sucker, better known as Give Up the Funk.
can't be happening.
Are we clear?
Clear. You just buzzed.
Just buzzed? You didn't tell us that, sir. You're right. This isn't happening. He'll be fine.
I feel good.
Really?
No, not really.
Buzz driving.
Clear.
Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Shock him?
Okay, welcome to the second half of this game tonight between Trotwood Madison Rams, who lead the Winton Woods Warriors 21-10. Me and my partner Mitch Mays, with all the hard-working assets and personnel of Waycross Media, bring you this game. Warriors looking to come back on the Madison Rams. Looks at our statistics in the first half of this game. First downs, the Warriors have 6 first downs against the Madison Rams, 12 first downs. Total yards, the Warriors have 233 total yards, and the Madison Rams have 143 total yards. Once again, the Warriors find themselves heavily penalized in this contest, and they're going to have to find a way to quit shooting themselves in the foot. They want to come back and play some ball next week.
And you're right, Jake, right there. And you've seen the stats for yourself. 23 minutes in time of possession. I tell you, that itself right there tells you the whole picture right there.
That's right. So second half of this game, the Warriors are going to have to figure out a way to help Coach Drapaw continue his first season at the helm. Coach Drapaw's got the Warriors looking good, and I just don't understand why you would want to bring some Captain Ahab in here when Drapaw's navigated the nation through the turbulence of all the early injuries. Even the President of the United States, Ronald Reagan that is, once wisely quipped, well, you can't argue with success. And with that success, we find the Warrior Nation on the verge of either going forward or going home.
And I tell you right now, what the Warriors really have to do is mount some kind of comeback. And like I was telling you, Jake, one possession at a time is going to get you back in this football game. And, you know, whenever get that possession, get some points, get some stops on defense, you know, and get back in this game. And I think the Warriors are capable of doing that.
Once again, we want to remind our viewers out there, if anyone would like to volunteer to help their community, Waycross Community Media, get involved, help your community. You could be a camera operator, you could run soundboard, you could announce. But you need to all volunteer to help our community. You don't even have to sit in a foxhole to do it.
Well, and right now you have the Rams getting ready to kick off to the Warriors. And I can tell you right now, this is about as important a drive as there is in this game. First 5-6 minutes into the third quarter is so important. It's going to set the tone for the rest of the game.
That's right. What we need here is the Warriors' nice clock-eating drive would be a good way to start this. Marquise Graves slips when he crosses the 20-yard line, and looks like the Warriors have started out on about their own 21-yard line.
You know, and looking at the Rams special teams, when they kick that ball off, you've seen everyone stand in their lane, sprinting out, and their special teams have been doing a wonderful job for the Rams, and part of them being up 21-10 has something to do with how their special teams are playing.
Okay, and part of it has to do with their just good all-around football team, as are the Warriors.
Yeah, and like I said, this is not a big insurmountable odds right here. If anybody can come back, it's your Winton Woods Warriors.
In motion, looks like Owens keeps the ball himself and he breaks through to about the 40-yard line, so on first down, it's a pickup of about 16 yards.
And that's what you need to do right there. Get the party started right there with a nice positive drive right there, Jake. I mean, picking up about 10, 15 yards, and if you can do that about 2 or 3 more times, you'll be in the end zone.
There you go. So Jalen Crenshaw snaps the ball to Thomas Bell. He turns it gives to Eric Kemper. Short pickup, pickup of about 5. Second down and 5. And you got number 85 over here, went right. Rodney Lofton. I don't think the Warriors have to go to him yet until they establish the run a little bit more.
And right there, you know, the Warriors are doing what they always do, pounding the rock into Aaron Kemper, picking up good 3 and 4 yards every time he touches the football.
I can't say enough once again. I know it's beating a dead horse, but this offensive line, to their credit, is just keeping the Warriors in the game. And I don't think these guys are ready to call it a season just yet.
And no, and they shouldn't be, because this is a well-coached football team with they have a destination in mind, and that's the championship game, and they will do everything they can to get there.
Owens takes a snap, carries it around the right side. Looks like he pushes and musters his way in there for a first down for the Warriors.
Excellent drive right there from Mr. Owens right there.
Gaining 3 yards for the first down.
I tell you, Thomas is doing a great job all season long. You know, I think he's been the glue that holds this team together.
And when he was out, Gary Underwood, number 5, accorded himself very well. Aaron Kemper threw that line fast, picks up about 5 yards.
Wow. I tell you what, somebody shot through there like a missile and cleaned up that play right there. But like I said, once again, Aaron Kemper picked up 5 yards on the carry. I tell you, watch the end of this play. Somebody shot through there like a missile. Wow.
Okay, so Warriors over the ball again.
I tell you, and this is what the Warriors need to do. Take control of this game by having some nice positive games right here.
Thomas Owens fakes the give inside, turns and muscles his way for a first down pickup for the Warriors. Looks like that ball is going to be on about the 38-yard line. The chain gang's taking another walk down the street.
And that's what the Warriors need to do. You know, they need to come out here to start the line of scrimmage, move the ball down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
So they break the huddle. Clock moving, 9 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Marquise Graves in motion. He gets the pitch. He eludes on the tackler. Now he breaks free for about a 5-yard gain, and now I see Laundry on the field.
Yeah, and I've seen multiple penalties out there, so it could be anything from holding to a block in the back on that. I tell you that, you've seen a lot of players out there grabbing a lot of jerseys and blocking in the back.
It's like Thomas Owens' body language suggests it's going to be against the Warriors. Frustrated, calling holding. Okay, so we got the play going back into the huddle with Owens. 8:58 left to go. Clock moving again. Ball is on the Trotwood Madison 46-yard line. 1st and 18 for the Warriors. Gary Underwood in motion.
Got him wide open.
Overthrows that. Thomas Owens just overthrew it just a little bit.
Just right there. He had him right where he wanted him, Jake. Just a little bit too much on there right now. Right there, a pass like that, you may want to put a little bit of air up under it and let him use his speed to run up under it.
Okay, so we got number 14, Julian Barnett, entering the Warrior huddle. 2nd down, 18 to go. Jalen Crenshaw over center. Pitches to Gary Underwood. He breaks the tackle and he's cutting across the field. He's going to outrun these defenders to the goal line. No, he stops and makes a duck. And they're going to have him down about the, 6-yard line, 5-6 yards. That was a good play, though.
Right there, excellent sell right there from Thomas on that option pitch. And I tell you, he kept it to the last possible minute and then pitched it. And I tell you right there, this is a nice cutback from Mr. Underwood.
That's right. Number 20 just lost his shoes on that one.
As well as other things right there on that cutback.
39 yards.
The Warriors.
First and goal from the 7
from the 7-yard line. Thomas Owens under center. He turns and runs around right in, busts in there, muscles his way up to about the 6-yard line, lure no gain.
Carried by Thomas Owens.
Right here, the Warriors was down here last time and came away with 3 points. Right here, they need a touchdown right here. I tell you, Jake, this right here could put them right back into the football game.
Exactly.
And this is the way the Warriors had to answer the bell. They came out here pushing the ball down the field right now. They had a chance to put some points on the board. We got a new game right here, Jake.
That's right. Looks like they want to spread it out. Braves in motion. Owens here again. Staunch defense inside by the Rams.
I tell you, down in this part of the field, the Rams get really stingy, don't they?
They sure do.
They don't want anybody crossing their goal line.
That's right. They're going to have to come up with something here. 3rd down, 3 to go. I don't know. This is where I give it to my fastest back and see if they can get the corner. Owens under center, turns, gives
right there,
to Kipper. Wide open.
And that's what the Warriors had to do. Coming out in this second half, they had to answer the bell, and this is what we expected them to do, and that's exactly what they did.
Exactly right, Mitch. Here we see Owens turns and gives to Kemper, and 3 + 3 = 6.
And last year, they didn't have to worry about this because they had the great Dominic Brown back here at quarterback and all them other superstars on the team. Now it's a whole bunch of new characters out there, and right now they're doing a good job in answering the bell.
And that kick for the extra point is up. And it's good, so we got to score. 6:56 left to go to 3rd quarter. Trotwood Madison Rams 21. Your Winton Woods Warriors 17.
And right there, Jake, we've seen what the Warriors had to do. You and I, we both talked about what needed to be done coming out in this second half.
Okay, so we got a replay on that big run. Late pitch to Jerry Underwood. He knows what to do with the ball. Handled the offense well in Owens' absence. And looks like he got away from Bam Bradley on that play.
And then I tell you, Thomas, he did a great job right there on that option pitch. He held it as long as he could. The defender committed, and he faked it out there and gave it back to Mr. Underwood. And a great play right there for the Warriors.
So the Warriors look much more amped up. I don't know what the coach told them at halftime in there.
They, and I'm pretty sure the coach had to tell them, hey, let's answer the bell. And right there, that's what they did. They came out for the 10th round right there and answered the bell.
Robbie Lewis putting it down.
No, it's just as equally important right here for the Rams. What can they do when they get the football?
Well, the Rams will have the lead, and so even if they 3 it out, they still got the lead. So we're going to have to find a way to get a turnover now. Separate this guy from the ball. Good special teams coverage down there. It looks like the extracurriculars, we had some trouble with this last year near the end of that game. Coaches had to restore order. And looks like we're going to have number 55 for the Winton Woods Warrior getting a stern talking to from the official.
And right there, that was a good return right there for Lewis. And right now, the Warriors have to keep their composure. This is where you want to act like you've been here before. And you don't want to do anything that's going to hurt your football team right now.
That's right. Now we see where the Warriors have asked their fans to step it up with the 12th man and give them some more support. They're in the game now.
I think that was a great job right there by the officials, not to throw any penalties on the field. Separate the players. They know what's at stake right here. You got 2 competitive teams going at it really hard.
Antonio Poole up there like he's going to blitz Keno Hollins. They better watch that blitz. Flag on the play, number 55, Walter Richardson. It's probably going to be that old unsportsmanlike for the...
And right there, you really don't want to get an unsportsmanlike penalty, right? We was talking about that earlier, Jake, and you have to keep your composure in a game of this magnitude right here. And I thought the officials did a great job right there early not to throw the flag, but now they're going to be forced to do it.
Oh, no, that flag is against offsetting.
Offsetting, so we're going to stay right there.
Again, they cut at some point. There's no need for all this emotion. Just play the game. You know, let the 12th man do all that stuff. Let the fans, you got a big crowd behind you tonight. Let these Warrior fans get in the game.
So right now, you really have to keep your composure coming into a game like this. You can't lose your composure.
Turn and give. Antoine Gilbert looks like he muscles his way up there, neighborhood of a first down.
And I tell you right now, this is what you like to see. Both teams want this game so bad, you know, but you have to keep your composure. I can't stress that more, you know. You have to. You cannot afford a personal foul right now.
And I'm sure the Warriors know that. Just know that you practice hard all week and let that practice manifest itself on the field with good, determined play. Graham under center, he turns and gives to Gilbert, and he's met in the backfield. Looks like Antonio Poole hit him with everything but the cement pond.
And I tell you right now, this is exactly what the Warriors needed to do after halftime. A good offensive stand, you know, backed up by a nice defensive stand. And that's right here is really answering the bell right now for the Warriors.
There you go, partner. And it always looks good to see Warrior defenders in that backfield as the guy's getting the ball before he can even make a step. Looks like we got some issue on the field where the Rams have some confusion on offense. Antonio Poole in there on the blitz.
Nice underneath pass. Oh, nice.
Here we go.
Made him miss right here. He's got the corner.
He's going to be hauled down by Corey Weber if they don't call the horse collar.
I tell you right now, you know, this is getting exciting. This is high school football playoff at its best right now. You know, the crowds are getting into it. Guys are out there making plays. This is a great atmosphere right here, Jake.
There you go, partner. You know, we have, again, Coach Douglas. He brings a real spiritual approach to his team, and sometimes you got to fight spirit with spirit.
And I tell you, but you know what's really going on here, like you said, the coach for the Rams, and he brings a spiritual aspect to his team, and that's what you have to do. Although we want to build winning football programs and build good young men, you really want to build character and build these young people into the image of our Father Jesus Christ. You know.
There you go, Psalms 20, verse 1. Timeout called by the Warriors. Want to make sure they get on the right page, right personnel out there for this key play. I'll tell you, Mitch, if the Rams score here, it's going to be a tough battle. Tough to overcome.
Good report of a small lost cell phone was the other case. If you find it, please bring it to the press box. Thank you.
So Warriors are huddling on defense, see what they're going to come up with. They've had a pretty good series here, except for that penalty. We had nice sack. Antonio Poole, Keno Hollins in there. Trotwood Madison Rams over across the field with their fans. They brought a good crowd with them here tonight.
And I tell you right now, I think this was a great time out to get everybody calmed down and really get focused on what they need to do right here. Because right here, this is a big series for both teams, and you want everybody to have their composure.
Okay, so it looks like the Rams have come out and addressed the ball. Official's about to signal turn to action. Looks like Jamel Key in coverage.
Quick out.
Another flag on the play.
Looks like we might have a face mask over there.
Marcus Graham's pass is complete to 12. Austin Smith, flag on the play.
Let's get this flag sorted out. Holding. Oh, against Trotwood Madison.
Penalties against Trotwood Madison for holding.
I know last year the Trotwood Madison field goal kicker, place kicker, didn't have the range for anything of any kind of distance. I don't know if they have the same guy, but I don't imagine they play for field goals over there anyway.
No. They like the big sevens, not the three.
Stairway to 7, huh?
Yes, sir. Oh, right here now, I'll tell you, this is turning out to be some type of football game. He got him open in the slot.
And Mel Key just was there with them, step for step, but he never turned and looked for the ball. Don't lobby the official for a flag.
I tell you, they've been kind of throwing this pass pattern all game long, lobbing it up, and it's just, making a good athletic play.
I think these guys was looking to pick on Ramel Key.
Ooh. Like he, ooh.
It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 right now. I tell you, this is a big defensive stand for the Warriors right now. They need to keep them out of the end zone.
Graham under center turns and gives to Gilbert, and Gilbert twists and turns his way down there, muscles down to about the 2-3 yard line.
By Antoine Gilbert. Stopped by 9, Harrison Butler.
So number 14, Marcus Graham, goes over, gets a play call from Coach Douglas.
Ooh. Did that hit the ground?
Warrior 3.
Graham under center, he's got a full backfield, gives to Gilbert behind number 45. He's in the end zone, touchdown for the Rams.
Well, I'll tell you, we talked about Big 45 earlier in the game, Jake, and right there he threw a great block right there, and Gilbert cut right up inside of him and walked right into the end zone.
Yeah, that's a Ram to have out there in front of you.
Yeah, and I think the Warriors might have touched him accidentally because he walked right up in that touchdown.
Okay, so the Rams try to make this extra point. They need this extra point.
Yes, they do.
High snap, but the holder gets it down, and it's good. Ends the score to Trotwood Madison Rams 28, Winwood Warriors 17.
And and coming out into this halftime, Jake, both teams did what they had to do. They had to mount a nice positive drive. Winwood went down and got 7, and the Rams went down and got 7. I tell you, so both teams did what they had to do right there, and they both capitalized. And I tell you, this is going to be a barn burner down the stretch.
That's right. This is what we expected this game to be. Like I said earlier, the toughest battle they had last year's run to the state title was against these same Rams. So no reason why it wouldn't be just as tough this year. So I don't want to see Warriors hanging their head, no chin in the chest. You guys are still in this game. If you make up your mind, you're going to fight. Early season injuries. I spent some time a few weeks ago talking to the Winton Woods interim athletic trainer, Linda Mueller. She told me while Christy Hahn was on maternity leave that she was in charge. And she must have healing hands based on the fast healing exhibited by Chuck Wynn, Desmond Horton, Keno Hollins, and others. So this in her interim season, she was hoping to get a ring, and I know she still wants to see a ring. She's going to move on next year and believe train for the Coleraine Cardinals next year.
It's a good opportunity for her.
Someone steps and gets the ball. Marquise Graves, number 22, handles it. Gets it up to about 30-yard line. Had some confusion there between him and Eric Kemper for a minute. Okay, so the Warrior offense taking the field. Chain gang getting chains resituated. At this point in the game, Mitch, everyone's seen everyone's plays. So I don't think there's any surprises that can be happening now. It's just smash pitch the ball. Okay, I'll take that too. Thomas Owens fakes the pitch to Gary Underwood, steps up there and gets a first down.
I tell you, and Thomas did a good job on that options. He made a couple people miss right there, and he still kept the option alive right there and made some positive yards.
Good perimeter block thrown for him by Marquise Gray. We're going to timeout by, what, officials calling this timeout?
Equipment timeout. Equipment timeout right now for the Rams.
3:30 left to go in the third quarter. Still time for the Warriors to score before the end of this quarter if they can get it done.
And I think the Warriors are going to be consistent and keep the drives going right here.
Kemper with a nice move on the outside. Bam Bradley is able to run him down, but not until he picks up a first down and puts the ball down at about the 44-yard line of the Rams.
I tell you, this little fella right here gets the most out of his ability. I tell you, he picks up 10 yards right here and takes a real good licking right there, but one thing we know, he keeps on ticking.
Oh yeah, low center of gravity, be your own blocker kind of back. Carries tacklers with him, and it's up to the Rams to put about 6 hats on him to stop his progress.
And I tell you, one guy's not bringing Aaron Kemper down tonight. I tell you, it's taking a host of the Rams to be able to bring Mr. Kemper down.
That's right, and he ran right through Nicholas Grigsby and carried him another 3-4 yards. Got number 71, Craig McCorkle, in the game for the Warriors now. Give is to Kemper. He's able to scoot through there and shift his way for about another 4-yard pickup. Looks like we got a Ram holding his ankle, but he's going to get up.
And I tell you right now, Jake, it looks like both teams they're starting to dominate the offensive line of scrimmage. They're getting pushes, and they're making big plays when they have to make them.
That's right, and if Winton Woods could somehow just get a big play in and, not use so much clock, it would be helpful.
Yes, it would, and they need to be able to score and hold on defense.
Fake handoff to Kemper, and Owens turns it and muscles his way in there himself.
First down,
the Rams are there, but he looks like he should have a first down.
First down, Warriors.
Oh.
First down.
Well, I don't know, partner. That may be it for this headset, huh? It's a situation with the sliding, adjusting microphone there. Everything's cool. Okay, so the Warriors moving the ball methodically downfield now.
And last week we seen something like this similar in the Dayton Carroll game. I mean, Dayton was able to score, but they was using so much time on the clock to score, and it came back to haunt them.
Kemper with a nice move outside, showing that speed. Gets that ball down to about the 15-yard line. No laundry on the field.
Tackle by 4, Bam Bradley.
This is a nice little off-tackle play for Mr. Kemper. He was able to turn about a 4 or 5, maybe 7, 8-yard game, get a first down for the Warriors. Right there, it looked like the Brown caused the fumble, which we all know can't happen.
Okay, so we got Owens under center. Gary Underwood in motion to give inside where the Rams are waiting. They stiffen up every time when they get down this neighborhood.
And you're right, Jake. When the Rams get down in this part of the field, they get a little stingy right here. They make Winton Woods work so hard to try to put some points on the board. And like you, Jake, my concern is that there's a lot of time elapsing on the clock when we're mounting these drives.
Owens under center, looks over the defense. Kemper behind him. Underwood in motion.
Looks like he's setting him up for the pitch.
Pitch
Bang.
to Underwood, but
Oh, great defensive play out there from the Rams.
Underwood did good to hang on to that ball. And
Yes,
he stretched
did.
out.
Yes, he did.
Looks like that's the old sternum crusher on that one.
Oh, baby. What a play right there.
That looked like a horse collar tackle on Owens a little bit. Yeah, well, it was going to have to be up to the Rams to make an adjustment on that play because they were going to get, and they're still going to use it again.
Oh, yeah, they'll be right back to it. I'm telling you, this is not going to stop the Warriors from doing what they normally do.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Score being the Trotwood Madison Rams, 28. Your Winton Warriors, 17. Even though the Warriors aren't used to being in this position at this time in the ball game, they're going to have to find a way.
Yeah, and right here, you know, like I said, last year they had the great Dominic Brown and his supporting cast, and you know they didn't worry about it as much. But now, you know, it's Mr. Owens and his supporting cast. So we'll see what the Warriors are made of right now. All year long, we've seen them be able to come back from deficits, or you know, they weren't really used to being behind. But now it's a different stage for them.
Well, I think they'll be all right if they can just keep that laundry off the field.
And yeah, and like we talked early, Jake, I mean, we need the Warriors to score and score fast. And when they're scoring their long 90 and 80-yard drives, which is taking a lot of time off the clock.
So we got some stats in. Third quarter stats. Third down conversions. Trotwood Madison 3 of 5. Winton Woods 5 of 8. Under center is Owens. He back to pass. He throw the ball over the middle, and it looks like it's going to be incomplete near the goal line. No, they're calling the catch. And it's going to be a first down. It's going to be on about, 2-yard line there? One foot line. A nice catch down there on the replay.
No, it looked like he really dropped that football. But, I mean, the official was in a bad position. You know, he wasn't really able to see it.
This is where you need someone to score real quick.
Yes, it is. That's 1-1.
Owens, quarterback keeper in the end
Walks
zone.
right in the end zone.
Touchdown, Winton Warriors.
You know, sometimes you got to have a little luck. I mean, early the Rams got a catch like that, and now the Warriors turn around and get a call catch. So, hey, fair play, turn it out.
Okay, so that makes the score 28-23. We talked a 2-point conversion here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Owens in the huddle.
And I tell you right now, Winton Woods has answered the bell, Jake. I tell you, they've been able to come out and have 2 nice long drives and put some points on the board.
Give his Eric Kemper in there, but it looks like
no signal.
No, he's not going to make it. We got one signal saying he didn't get in. 2-point conversion, no good, so that keeps the score at Trotwood Madison 28, and Winton Woods Warriors 23. 11:40 left to go in the game on this half moon night.
And I tell you, Jake, they really turned up the heat a little bit in the second half. Both teams are playing knockout football right now, and I tell you, you know, it's like, you know, you got like 22 seniors out there that don't want it to end, and you know, and they're playing their hearts out, you know. Like I said, like LL Cool J said, Mama's gonna knock who out? Yeah. and both teams are playing knockout football out there right now, Jake.
And we got the Warriors out here taking the field for this kickoff. And kind of imagine they're going to kick it off deep as long as they keep it away from Antoine Gilbert.
Yeah, and I tell you, the Warriors have been doing a good job on these kickoffs. I mean, especially in this latter in the second half and the first half. You know, I think they benefit from kicking the ball deep. You don't want to give this Ram a short field.
No way. The defense, you know, you got to kind of drop and amps down some of this emotion. Can't have these penalties. extending these drives for the Rams. Kick is off. Picked up about the 5-yard line. Looks like he's going to work his way around to about 31-yard line. Flag on the play. Late flag. And officials are going to sort it out.
And anytime you're on the opposing team sideline and you go in like that, the coach is going to lobby for a late hit.
And that's where he got against the Warriors. They're going to advance the ball some more forward.
Excellent return right there for the Rams.
Ran out of an arm tackle. Got a couple of blocks. Actually looked like there was a block in the back on the Warriors. Okay, so they break the huddle. You know, it's like the Warriors gonna button it down. Antoine Gilbert makes the guy miss. Now he's out the secondary. Antonio Poole drags him down for the Warriors. Otherwise, that's stairway to 7 again.
Yes, it is right there because, Winton was reaching and grabbing. Anytime this young man's out in the open field, you're not just going to be able to arm tackle him, but, you got to give Winton some credit right here. They didn't give up on the play, and they kept pursuing him, and lucky, too, because right there he would have walked in for a touchdown.
Run out of a tackle by Jonathan Barwick there along the way. Graham gets the snap and gives Gilbert to the short side, and looks like he picks about 3. No, last year in this game, something that they did was they would go to a wildcat look, direct snap, and they was giving Warriors a little bit of trouble. I thought they were going to use that at some point this year, which I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, and I think the reason why we haven't seen it, Judge, is because they've been having a lot of success in what they're doing. Lining up in the eye and giving it to the tailback and having him read his blockers. He's been doing a wonderful job today.
Looks like we got Michael Jordan, number 1, split wide right.
Whoa!
Davis Gilbert is number 55 is in there. Walter Richardson. He stuffs Gilbert in his tracks on that play.
Yes, and Mr. Gilbert definitely have to ask one of his linemen, what did I do to make you mad? Because he shot that gap like that lineman wasn't even there.
Well, that looks like he's going to make it a 3rd and 12.
Big play right here for the Warriors. I tell you, this is right here a momentum changer.
Fork in the road and stick a fork in a moment here.
Yeah, and what you have to do is you have to really watch that lob pass that the Rams have been doing so much in the ball game, because I was telling you earlier, Jake, the middle of the field is wide open.
Okay, so in shotgun is Graham. He's looking to throw over the middle. Oh. The ball's caught. Looks like he's at
touchdown right there. I tell you,
Harrison Butler, number 9.
That was a beautiful pass right there from Graham. He put it the only place that he could really put it was on the outside where the receiver could be the only one to catch the ball. And I tell you, great throw right there.
Swipe for the ball, and he should have just played the man in that situation.
Well, I thought right there Butler had a pickoff right there, and he thought the same thing too. But Mr. Graham, he threw a beautiful pass on the outside, and the only one that can really get to it was his receiver.
So it looks like the extra point is up, and it's good.
I tell you,
with Madison.
Excuse me, Jake. I tell you, both teams have answered the bell. Both teams have came out with 2 touchdowns on their own, and I tell you, this is turning out to be some type of game. Somebody needs to stop somewhere in this game, and I think it's the Warriors.
Well, we know that the end result of this game is going to be the old script from the Starkers to the commercial for somebody. See you in September for the same thing, but we know that the Winwood Warriors still got fight in them.
Oh, no, with 10 minutes and 13 seconds left to go, Jake, with plenty of time in the game. I tell you, both teams have came out. They did what they had to do. Both teams have answered the bell. Both teams have scored touchdowns. So what can you say about that? Great pass right here from Graham. I tell you, he put it the only place that he could throw the football was to the outside, and the receiver made a nice adjustment on the football and walked into the end zone.
Number 12, Austin Smith catching that ball for the Rams. Harrison Butler, he's still in there. I can see him over there, and he's got his hands on his hips and his chin in his chest, and he's got to get himself back in this ball game.
Yes, he does. You know, like I said, you know, he's not the only one out there. He's one of 11 players, so, you know, you can't think you let the team down, especially right now at this time. They're going to need you in this football game.
Okay, so it looks like number 3, Nicholas Grigsby, steps off into it for the Rams. Going to be short and picked up by Marquise Graves.
Looks like he's got some room. Fumble! Looks like the Warriors got the football back.
Okay, the Warriors get the ball back. Flag on the play.
A lot of pushing and shoving going on now right there.
Gary Underwood in the middle of this pushing and shoving.
Players have to keep their composure because this is a tight game, and a penalty of this magnitude can really, you know, swing momentum.
That ball pops straight up.
Penalty is against the Rams. Personal foul.
I can recall doing a game here a couple years ago in the playoffs against Anderson, and they had a fumble right about that same spot. Oh, no, it wasn't a fumble. That's right.
Personal foul right here. I'm sure the Rams coach is going to get his team together and tell them, listen, hey, we got to keep our composure. We can't give these guys a short field because Winton Woods has answered the bell with 2 consecutive touchdowns on both of those possessions.
So Owens under center, Jalen Crenshaw with the ball. Underwood in motion. Give inside to Kemper, and he's pulling the whole crowd with him, and he's down there. Going to be on about the 50-yard line.
He picked up a nice 3 yards on that game, on that play right there, Jake.
Underwood, you look at him and the way he's put together, and you know, low center guy, there's no place to hit him.
Right, he's a little short, stocky fire player. That's exactly what he is.
Give his to Underwood again. He knows he's his way in there. Looks like the Rams are going to be stacking this box.
Yeah, and they're opening themselves up for a nice little pass up the middle.
You know, looking at the body language out there, Mitch, and the players still look like they're into it, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of time left in this football game. You know, one play is not going to make a football game.
This game will be a good tune-up battle for next week for whoever comes out on top.
Yes, it will.
Give inside, no, the fake inside, and Owens just can't get too much around there, but looks like he's going to bring up about a...
Well, I'll tell you, this is 4-down territory, so
that's right.
You know, the Warriors is going to go no matter how short it is.
4th and 2.
How long it is. I'll tell you, this has been a great football game, Jake. You got the Warriors crowd in it. You got the Rams crowd into it. Man, I'll tell you, it's a pretty exciting football game.
I can hear the Rams crowd across the field, yelling defense. Marquise Graves, flag on the play, so.
First down, Warriors.
Okay, so what do you do? You look at that voice inflection on him?
You know, in high school football, you don't have the opportunity to get back. Once you're in a neutral zone, they're going to throw the football flag.
Okay.
I'll tell you, both teams have been answering the bell, Jake.
Oh, yeah, this has been a mark.
Whoa, illegal motion right there. 2 men in motion, and that just can't happen.
You know, 1 foot forward, 1 step forward, 2 steps back there.
Yeah, and the thing about it, we're losing time on the clock right now.
Yes, sir. 8:03 left to go in the game. You know, we want to remind anyone who wants to volunteer their services, Waycross Community Media can use a hand. Dial 825-2429. Serve your community, serve yourself, and be a volunteer. Under center, Owens, Kemper behind him, Underwood in motion. Owens keeps it himself, muscles his way in there for about a 3-4 yard gain, but they're just not going to let him have anything big on that.
I tell you, Thomas Owens was out there fighting with everything he has. I tell you, in that stack, he was trying to bust out of it, despite, you know, 5 and 6 Rams players on his legs and around his arm.
Looks like checking into the Warrior huddle is number 12, Jacques Mason. And, you know, I've seen things that happens when he comes in this game. He's like their, I don't want to say trick play back, but somehow or another, when he gets in that game, it's for a reason.
Oh, he was leaning a little bit, but they didn't call it.
Back to passes Owens. He's got to wait on the ball. It's intercepted if it's in bounds, but it's out of bounds. Trying to connect with number 85, Rodney Lofton, junior wide receiver.
I tell you right now, the Rams need to kind of watch some of their coaches getting on the field. They might get a flag because they're going way past the 30-yard line. So coaches got to watch what they're doing out there. They get a sideline warning.
Going into a 3rd and 12, 7:05 left to go in the affair. They have to throw it up against the wall here and see if it sticks. Owens back to pass. He works his way out of trouble. He's running toward the side, throw the ball.
And right there, they drop back in like a 2-deep zone right there, and they're going to make Mr. Owens pick out his receiver. So he definitely is going to have to read the defense.
Good protection. Little time to sort out what he was going to do.
I thought the Rams really disguised their coverage right there. It looked like they had 10, 11 guys up in the box, and when he dropped back, they dropped back in a 2-deep zone.
6:56 left to go in the game. Owens back to pass. He's getting a block from Kemper, but he overshoots his receiver. Ball's hit by a couple of Rams and almost falls into the hands of Rodney Lofton there.
Yeah, but that might have been a blessing for the Rams. Instead of intercepting it back there, they get the ball up here on the 40-yard line.
Okay, so this is where we know that the Rams are looking to just run this clock out, take the air out of the ball here. So that means it's time for your defenders to come up with their best strip move and separate this guy from the ball. It looks like the Trotwood Madison crowd is really behind their team. Antoine Gilbert in there.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to get. We're going to get a lot of Gilbert right, a lot of Gilbert left, trying to take a little time off the clock. I tell you, Antoine Gilbert is a nice little running back. He complements what they do really well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's versatile, can catch the ball really well out the backfield. He blocks really well, and he runs excellent.
And, I think he was getting mail last year from the big schools, Michigan.
And rightfully so, because this guy's he's one of those all-purpose back that's just not one-dimensional. He can do a lot of things for you, so you definitely want to try to get him on your football field.
Antonio Poole.
Uh-oh. What we got, illegal motion?
Illegal procedure.
Ooh, that's something that can really hurt Trotwood right there.
I think Antonio Poole making that move like he was going to blitz kind of threw some confusion into the Rams. You can't say enough about the way these guys are playing tonight, both sides of the ball. They're not giving up. They're keeping their heart in this game. Antonio Poole looking to blitz. Antoine Gilbert looks like he's hauled down there on that play by number 29 for the Warriors, Chris Stallworth. .5:24 left to go in the game. Official timeout is called.
Big play right here for the Rams. They need to try to pick up this first down, because I tell you, the Warriors have been spectacular this second half on, on putting some points on the board.
Well, we got about 12 points they're going to have to put on quick. Tie this game up.
Yeah, and, you know, we have 5 minutes and 8 seconds. That's plenty of time to do what they need to do.
Ham on the center. He turns and gives to Gilbert. Gilbert sorts his way through there. Pick up of about 3 tough yards.
Oh, looks like it's going to be 4th and about 2. This is a tough decision right here, but I think the Rams will play the percentages and punt the football. You know, you don't want to get the Warriors a short field, but it's one of those, should I do it, coach?
The players on offense want to go for it. Michael Jordan comes off.
Oh, big play right here. Big defensive stand right here for the Warriors. Will we see them snap the ball, or are they going to act like they're going to snap it? I always like these situations.
I think they're going to snap the ball. Got number 45 in there. And it's going to be stopped short. As long as they get the correct spot on this ball, it should be short by a half a yard.
And I think right where that official has the foot, I think it's going to be maybe an inch short. It looks like it.
Coach Douglas over there rallying.
Right there, right there, you see.
They're going to be calling a chain gang in for a measurement. Warrior defenders are indicating that they stopped this.
I was surprised they went right there with that quarterback sneak after Gilbert had been doing what he's been doing all game long. And hey, giving the Warriors a short field could come back to haunt you. First down. First down.
First down. Warrior defenders don't understand that it didn't look like they made it from here. But those are the guys with the sticks.
Yes, it is. And it all depends on where he puts that right foot down. If he's on this side right now. And he put it in the right spot right that time, Jake.
4 minutes left to go in the game. Warriors got 2 timeouts left. Gives to Gilbert around left in. He's got blockers out there with him, and he breaks through 1 tackle and he's down about 30-yard line.
I tell you, he's covering that football with 2 hands, too. I tell you, you have to really be impressed with Antoine Gilbert because he looks like one of those football players that you know you're going to see somewhere next Saturday.
Or Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, next Saturday on somebody's college football team because he is fabulous. He's quick, he runs tough, and he's been running determined all night long.
Who knows? You might even see him with stripes one day. Pinstripes.
I know that's right.
Gives to Gilbert again. He fakes Corey Weber and runs around in there.
And that's something he didn't want to do is run out of bounds.
There you go.
You need to keep the clock going at all times. You know, Jake, one of the things you have to really be impressed with is how these young men came out here and put a display of great football power here tonight. You know, I mean, they played their hearts out.
Good play, good sportsmanship for the most part. A couple times it got a little bit chippy, but nowhere near like it did in the game last year.
Oh, man.
Antonio Poole's in there. I'll tell you, Antonio Poole's in there, and Corey Weber comes in there, makes a stop and a hit on this guy. There's seniors on the Warriors who want to make sure that if they do go out, it's going to be going out swinging.
And that's exactly what it looks like is going to be happening. These guys are not going to lay down at all. They're going to continue to fight for these last 3 minutes out here.
You know, one thing you got to keep in mind, partner, is the Warriors have been making deep playoff runs the last, 3-4 years now. And what that does is they bring the freshmen up, you know, select freshmen, almost like in baseball, the September call-ups. These guys are getting a lot of experience.
And that's how you keep your program going. You know, all the young guys see all the success you're having out there, and they want to be a part of it. And in order to be a part of it, they go out there and they practice in the summer. And you go up to the Winton High School to walk and run around the track, and you see 10, 11 guys out there running around, sprinting, just trying to do their best to get in shape and get an edge. So when football starts, the coach knows about it.
That's right. And the coaches, the staff, the whole coaching staff, everybody meshes, brings expertise to the program. Winwood's Warriors.
Reverse. It's wide open.
Reverse. Looks like a hold on Chuck Wynn that no one's seen.
How can you?
I guess the refs figured, they got a cab to catch or something, but I know that guy was holding Chuck Wynn out there. Here we see it on replay.
Well, you can see it right there. He definitely grabbed the cornerback's jersey, and they just didn't call it.
Okay, but to the Trotwood and Madison's credit, that was a good switch up on play call there. So Ron Poole rushing to get in there. 3:05 left to go in this game. Kick is up. This kick is no good.
Because one of the Warriors players was not hustling off the football. You kind of hate to see this.
Flag on the play. Well, what's this going to be?
It's good.
Give him another chance at a kick.
Well, they may count the extra point. I mean,
yeah, it's because number 27, Karan Poole, was running in there kind of late, so it's going to probably be, too many men on the field? Truck tells us. So that extra point is good. Brings the score to Trotwood Madison Rams 42, Wintonwood's Warriors 23 with 3:05 left to go in the contest.
And I tell you right now, with 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go, the Warriors, what they really need to do is keep their heads up, finish this game strong. Don't get down or dejected, because they had a wonderful season. I mean, you have your head coach leave right before the start of the season, and they didn't miss a beat.
Well, and that's to their credit, the whole organization. Well, I don't want to say like the pros organization, but from top to bottom, the coaches, the players. When Coach E left to move on with his life's work, they just picked up where he left off, and that's why at this stage of the game, I consider Coach Drapaw as D-man. For a long time to come around here at Winton Woods, the team actually has a better record than they had last year at this same time.
Yeah. And so, and you have to give, great applause to the Winton Woods coaching staff. I mean, they didn't miss a beat. The guys held together, and they kept the program going.
I think that if they could just find a way, keep from shooting himself in the foot and a bunch of Captain Ahab stuff. Looks like the Warriors should get on that ball, but that squib kick, who was that, number 5 trying to get on that ball?
Yeah, it looked like Underwood was trying to get the ball. And
now, Underwood, he's exhibiting that frustrated body language.
Yeah.
Gary Underwood, he will be the man at quarterback next year for the Warriors, more than likely.
Yes, and what they have to do is, you win with great pride, and you lose with a little bit of pride also. You keep your head up.
That's right. You want that dignity.
Yes, you do.
Aaron Kemper makes a nice move and picks up about 4 yards. Looks like number 14 for the Warriors over there. Julian Barnett having some hand-fighting battle over there. The officials standing right there chose to ignore it, which is good. Now, something else I'm wondering about next year for the Warriors, Mitch. They list number 16, Jules Ferguson, quarterback, linebacker, sophomore. And don't know how much he's going to grow over the offseason, but Yeah, a big kid like that looks like he could be a pretty good quarterback.
Got him open on a wheel route.
You got a long throw, but Marquise Graves must have stopped when he should have went.
Yeah, it did look like he just, gave up a little bit on that route. But the Warriors, what they have to do is come underneath. You know, the Rams are going to be dropping back deep, and what they're going to need is to get something underneath.
2:29 left to go in the game. 3rd and 5. You'd like to pick up this first down, keep the ball, maintain possession till the clock runs out, score. Marquise Graves gets that catch and looks like he's going to be near first down, right in front of the Ram bench.
Pass is complete to Marquise Graves.
Looks like it might be, extracurriculars going on over there. Warriors looking to go no huddle. Back to pass. Thomas Owens heaves it up a little over the head of number 85 there. Rodney Lofton. 2:15 left to go in the game. Be a 2nd down and 10 for the Warriors on this play. I think the Warriors, like you say, should circle the canoes here and try to get a score out of this. Don't just send this thing of frustration, something to hang your hat on.
Yeah, and I like to see the players, keep their head up, be proud of what they accomplished, and don't get down.
Back to passes Owens. He's got good protection. Ball's dropped by number 14, Julian Barnett. Would have been a first down.
That was a great read on from Thomas Owens. I mean, Owens sat down in the seam of the zone, and he just dropped the football.
Thomas Owens checks into the huddle, gives him a play. 2:09 left to go here. 3rd and 10. He's going to keep it himself. Dips out of the way of number 42 with, I guess, little Ronnie Lott Jr. Oh, that's not Ronnie Lott Jr. That's number 42, William Wheat.
Stopped by 17, Trey Williams-Brown.
1:48 left to go in the contest.
42, William Wheat.
Thomas Owens bringing up to under center. Jalen Crenshaw snaps the ball. Owens back, deep drop, long pass. Only one had a chance to catch that ball was Bam Bradley for the Rams. 1:26 left to go in the game.
And it looks like the Rams will take over on downs right here, Jake. And, you got to take your hat off to the Winton Woods Warriors. They had a fantastic season this year.
Well, absolutely. And, rightly, they are playing against a team again that gave them the toughest battle in last year's playoff run. And I looked at this game this week and I thought to myself, it's going to be probably a really close game, and I really didn't like, the way it looked. But I wanted to say this. I've had a blast covering games for the Winton Woods Warriors Nation over the years. Hopefully I'll be there in the future if they'll have me back, if Waycross Community Media doesn't get any more volunteers, then they're going to have me back. And if I'm in this booth, I'm going to be talking about Dre Paul, the Steelers, who else? Oops. Oh, game not okay. So, but no, in all seriousness, the Waycross Community Media still has a game to cover tomorrow night between St. X and Coleraine.
And that should be a good football game, because I tell you, Coleraine is bringing one of the most talented football teams in this area to Nipper Stadium. And St. X this is playoff time, and they're used to being in the playoffs, so you can't look at their record and say, hey, we should just walk over them guys if that's not the case.
That's right. You definitely the kind of team you got to ignore the record. I, for one, could attest they have a running back, number 4, Connor Hunley. He's a two-sport athlete, but his other sport is gymnastics. And I'm telling you, this guy's a house.
Yes, and he's a good little running back, but on the other hand, you have co-lane corners with Tyler Williams, Durham. I mean, they got a cast of a lot of Division I prospects on that football team.
So it looks like with game clock winding down, Mitch, Winton Warriors are going to end their season on the short end of a 42-23 score. Waycross Media is glad to bring you this contest. Looking forward to bringing you basketball, hockey, wrestling, the whole high school sports spectrum.
Yeah, Jake, and it's been great doing games with you this year, so I look forward to really hooking up with you next year, and I had a great time working with you, Jake.
I thank you for those kind words, Mitch, and likewise here, safe ride back to Dayton for the Trotwood Rams. Good luck to Coach Douglas and his team in the future playoff encounters. So that's good night from Mancuso Field, the campus of Princeton High School. Thank you for joining Waycross for this event.
Copies of this program are available for $20 each. Send program title, along with your address and check or money order to Waycross Community Media. Attention Dub Coordinator, 2086 Waycross Road, Forest Park, Ohio 45240. Or buy securely on the web at www.waycross.tv.